Spicy ham and bean soup coming at you from the Florida Keys, people. Oh, y'all in Orlando and further north saying, it's so cold, it's so cold. It's November the 6th or 7th today, and we started daylight saving, so it's like pitch black out, and it's like 5 o'clock. But y'all need some hot soup to make, so go make some of this soup. It's yummy. It's super spicy, okay? First thing you want to do is start with this, and you got to soak the beans, all right? So, ooh, looky, the beans are soaking. So you can soak them overnight, or you can boil this for 2 minutes and then turn the heat off, put the cover on, and leave it for an hour, and then your beans will be ready to go, all right? An hour, and here is what our beans look like. Ooh, yummy. So we're going to drain that and then put them back, and then we're gonna pour the water out and then put them back in the pot. This is the ham I use, okay? All right, I'll be back after we drain our beans and cut our ham. You got your beans here. They're all soaked, they're drained, they're in the pot. You're gonna set that pot aside. Now, the full recipe is gonna be in the description, but people, I wanna encourage you to make it up as you go along. I'm gonna give you the recipe for what I put in there, but feel free to add, take away, subtract, all of that. Just dump it in. You can do that with the, this kind of recipe. So you're going to need the ham that we already showed you a picture of. It's all diced up. Look, okay. So you're gonna need that ham. You're gonna need about a ½ cup of diced onion. Here's what mine looks like. All right, that's probably more than ½ cup, but I like it oniony. All right, you're gonna need some pepper. Red pepper, I did a red pepper because that's what I had, but you can do half a red pepper, half a green pepper, or not at all, but I'm putting the whole red pepper in. Jalapeños, if you like it spicy, add these. This is about a ½ cup of chopped jalapeños, see? And I just buy this and then I dice them up. You're going to need about... I'd say for normal people, 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. For me, I like about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic minced. And step away from the jar of minced garlic. That stuff is nasty, okay? I'm gonna show you how to get this little bugger right here to look like this in just a minute. You're also gonna need Creole seasoning. Get this, it's so good. Or you can use this, or you can use both. And chicken broth, whatever kind you want, doesn't matter. Salt and pepper, and I don't mean the band. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to do the garlic clove. Take this little nasty end right here, this bajiggity end, and you're gonna cut that off, right? And set aside. Then you're gonna take your knife and put it over and smash that down just a little. And then the skin's gonna get loose and you can pull it off. And boom, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now you're gonna mince it. So to mince it, it's so big I have to cut it in half. You want one of these. Get yourself one of these gigs. It's a garlic mincer. Get it. It's the best thing that I ever had in the kitchen. So you're gonna take that and you put it right in here like this, and then you close it over and it minces out right into your little bowl. I'm gonna put the other half in and you mince it, and then you take your knife and get it out of there, and then open it up and get all the zhuzh from the inside in there, because you don't want to miss a single juicy drop of your fresh garlic, because yum. All right, we are going to put these onions in a pan and we're gonna saute them until they are a little bit browned with the ham, all right? We'll see you as we do that. I put this pan on to get it a little bit warm. I'm gonna pour some olive oil in there. If you need to measure, I would say maybe a tablespoon, maybe 2. Just something so that the onions have something to swim around in. You're just gonna take those onions and you're gonna dump them in. Oh my gosh, and it's gonna smell so good already. And to brown them, you just move them around. Just move them around, and move them around, and move them around, and moving around. Back and forward and moving around. All right, that's all you do for like 5 minutes. And then after that, we're going to throw in our ham. Let's talk about my shirt for a minute. Go Knowles. All right, Connie Brink, go Knowles, right? So I apparently have to explain my attire in these videos, and I am supporting the Knowles today because yes, I went to Florida State University and I graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in what? Musical theater, that's right. So, and now I'm cooking for you. I can cook too, on top of the rest. That was actually an audition song that I used to use. I love that song. It's from On the Town, by the way. All right, back to our onions. Did I mention it's on medium high? It's on medium high. Pushing a rock, turn it around. Pushing a rock, turn it around. Anyone? Anyone? All right. So my onions are looking pretty good in here. You can see them because I can see that you can see them because I'm, you know, looking at this. And they're getting a little bit browned. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ham. And you can use any kind of meat you want, you guys. If you don't like ham, you can use salt pork. You can use, you can even use some chicken. You can use sausage, whatever you want. I like the ham version myself. So we're going to brown that up. Just cook it a little bit and give it a little bit of a sear. And then we're going to throw everything in the pot. Boom, boom, in the pot. We are ready to combine all of the ingredients. So we're going to take our, we're going to get a pot holder first. She hot. All right, grab your pan and just dump all of the ham and onions into your, it's flying everywhere, right? Into your pot, all right? Your pot of beans. Set that aside. I'm gonna grab that piece of ham that got away and stick it in here. Then, while that was cooking, I was like, gosh, what else do I have in the fridge that I can throw in there? So I decided to add 2 stalks of celery. Boom. I decided to chop a medium tomato. Boom. I'm gonna put in my jalapeños. I'm gonna put in my yummy whole bunch of garlic right here. I'm gonna put in my red pepper. And then, now comes time for the spices. So I'm gonna start with my Tony's because I really like this, you guys. And I'm gonna do like a tablespoon of it. Let's see. I'm gonna measure, but you don't have to, you can just dump it in. So, see, that's a lot. And I kind of did more than a tablespoon because I really like it. So I'm gonna do a tablespoon of that. Then I'm gonna add about, let's see, let's go about a teaspoon of salt. Use the good salt, that's the good salt. Get the kosher salt, it's the best. All right, boom, there's some salt. And with the pepper, if you wanna measure, do about 1/8 of a teaspoon, but I just like to do this and eyeball it and then go, looks good. All right, then you're gonna take your box O chicken broth. Just take off the little lid, dump it in, all of it, the whole thing. Oh my gosh. And it smells so good already, you guys. It's just, yeah, malicious. All right, now I'm gonna turn that on simmer and give it a little stir. So, come on stove, you can do it. I'm cooking with gas. All right, so gently fold all of that in. You don't want to stir it too hard because then you're going to mash your beans up and you don't want to do that. So just stir it up a little bit. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And you're going to simmer this, bring it to a boil and get it nice and hot. And then cover it and put the temperature down to a simmer, low, and just leave it for like an hour and then try it. And let me tell you something. Taste it and be like, oh, it needs more salt, or oh, I like it spicier, whatever, and just keep dumping things in until it's exactly the way you want it. And it will gain flavor. Like tomorrow when we eat some of this, it's gonna be even zestier. So here is, I'm gonna get the, I'll give you a shot of what it looks like in here, okay? Look at that, isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. It's like all the colors that you're supposed to eat. All right, so that's what it looks like. We're gonna simmer it and then we're going to enjoy it. Bye-bye. Our soup is done. Look how pretty that is. So we're just going to show you what it looks like. Yum. And it's nice and thick. And if you want it to be a little more brothy, you just put more chicken broth in there. But we love it nice and thick like this. All right, enjoy.